In the first years, Word of Life has been renting the place and from the government, and then by God's provision we have been able to buy it, and it was not looking like that because it was a difficult time of talking and getting the permission to buy it, but since that time we do have the privilege to be honest, to have the ownership, and so we use this property now here.
An enactment was made in their government whereby the local community had a first shot to purchase it out from under us. And it appeared for a while there that we might lose everything that we had. I'd wake up in the night at my home and I would say, Lord, you wouldn't have brought us this far, would you? Only to have it taken away from us. Certainly you wouldn't have, Lord, and He didn't. But that was it was probably the most difficult time for me. Single biggest blessing is seeing a team come together. From Eric Murphy, our son Dan, they all work towards one goal, and then down to Alex and Dave James, the board of directors. And one of the greatest blessings is to see a team that has come together that shines with any of our best teams around the world.
In 2009, God provided the needed funds to remodel, to renovate the whole castle and get it back to the original structure that the roof was planned. When we started the process, there was a phase of thinking and planning, and we realized that there could be a possibility of getting the Bible school as well into the castle, and so we are able to host the whole Bible school in future here in the castle.
Annak örülök a legjobban, hogy az elmúlt években megjelentek azoknak a gyerekei, akik a szülők maguk a 90-es évek elején itt a táborban tértek meg. És sokan ezek közül a gyerekek közül is megtértek.
Gyermek, ifjúsági, gyülekezeti és evangelizációs alkalmak szervezésével szeretnénk segíteni a magyarországi gyülekezeteket abban, hogy minél több fiatalt szólíthassanak meg az evangélium üzenetével.
It is amazing to see how God is using this Bible Institute and this team of faithful servants as we evangelize, equip, and send out committed young people to do the work of the ministry here in Hungary, Central Europe, and around the world. Our graduates will be the church's future pastors, missionaries, youth workers, and just as important, faithful servants in the local church. We are excited about what God has in store for this Bible Institute as we continue to help young people establish a biblical foundation upon which they can build a bright future for the glory of God.
Habár ez a terület hatalmas, óriási erdő, rengeteg épület, Jézus mégsem bújócskázik, nem bújt el az erdőben, nem bújt el az épületekben, ott van mindenütt, és nagyon könnyű vele találkozni. Az a célunk, hogy a táborozók találkozzanak is vele, követni akarják őt, és aztán hozzák el a barátaikat, és őket is mutassák be.
Az egyik legmaradandóbb élményem az, amikor egy fiatal lány megírta búcsúlevelét, mert az öngyilkosságára készülődött. Egy barátja elhívta a színdarab előadásra. Az előadás végére megértette, hogy ő is kaphat reménységet. Elfogadta Jézus Krisztus megváltását.
Sokan azok közül, akik a 90-es években itt kezdték a szolgálatukat tanácsadóként, önkéntesként, ma a magyar evangéliumi mozgalom frontvonalában dolgoznak misszionáriusként, lelkipásztorként, gyülekezetplántálóként. Folytatják azt a munkát, amit itt kezdtek.
And Karen and I are so thankful that the Lord gave us all these years in Hungary, a place to raise our family, a place to serve Him, a place to minister to Hungarians and to develop the staff here. We just love you, and we're so thankful that the Lord continues to do this work after 20 years.
And then to see all those students moving out for God all around the world, going into other countries, reaching out. The whole thing is just starting from nothing to where you are today. And listen, I thank God for the past, I thank God for the present, but the future's never been brighter in the history of Word of Life to get the job done for the Lord.
I'm not a prophet, nor the son of a prophet, but I want to tell you folks, put your seatbelts on. You're going to need them. Hungary is in the will of God, is moving out into other countries, Slovakia and Serbia, and what God is doing in those countries. And Hungary is becoming a center in Europe, certainly in Central Europe, for Word of Life activities. And the blessings just keep going on, and the teams they have going out are multiplying. The Born Again for a Living Hope teams, the evangelistic teams, and coming out from that Bible Institute are an army of trained young men and women. And out of that well is going to come hundreds and tens of thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands of young men and women across Central Europe and around the world that came out of such a humble beginning and out of Tolmash Castle and the great heart for God that staff has there. The future is bright. And as I said earlier, put your seatbelt on. You're going to need it in the next 20 years.